Well, I want to fast forward to when you had us going through it through with withdrawals on 106 and Park. Can we talk about that? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. That was incredible. And you kind of had like I see you because you came out with the guitar. Everybody else had the choreographed dance steps and all that stuff when they did the competition. You
Yeah.
came out with the guitar.
Mhm.
You just had a whole different vibe. You was like, oh, this look at this talent. I ain't gotta dance. I ain't gotta. So tell us about that. How did that happen? Because I do remember that on 106
Oh,
apart.
wow.
That
My
performance.
God.
Yes.
You, man, you took me back. Shout out to
I'm
Bobby
going
Daniels.
through it. I'm going through it. Going through it. I can't sing it, but
Oh,
dope. I like
you
that
know
song.
your history, bro. Like, yeah, so my guy, man, Bobby Daniels, he hit me up, and I was about
Mhm.
18, 19 at the time. He's like, yo, you gotta do 106 in Park. You are of age
Mm.
now. You gotta do Wild Out Wednesday. And I was just like, nah, because it's a Chris Brown, Neo era. Everybody,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
dancing. And I'm like, I'm not a dancer. I'm a groover, but I'm not a dancer. I'm not gonna be up
Mhm.
there with like three other people dancing. So like, yo, I don't think they're gonna really rock with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at Berkeley
Mhm.
at the time, so I'm just like, I don't fit in nowhere. Let's just be very clear about that. So it's not like
Oh, okay.
I don't fit in at Berkeley because I'm not a hardcore jazz cat and I'm not a gospel guy either. Right. So either
Right.
you were jazz, you gospel.
Or gospel. Right.
R&B, nah, right?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
don't fit in at Berkeley at the time. Don't fit at
Mhm.
Berkeley. And so I'm under the belief that I'm like, yo, popular culture is all about dance. I damn sure probably won't fit in there. He's like, yo, let's just go to New York since you in Boston, take the bus down and just let's just see. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
take the bus down, meet him out there, and we do the auditions. And and so you did it with a track, and they like, all right, cool. Like, thank you, we appreciate it. And we'll get back to you, but I think we can fit you onto the show. So I'm like, all right, bet. So a couple months go by, and they're like, yo, you got a slot. So I go down. No, I'm sorry. Before that, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do an acoustic version of the song that I wrote a couple of months ago called Withdrawal. So they're like, yo, the song is no, it wasn't Withdrawal. It was another song that I did for the first one. And I'm like,
Hero.
yo, no, it was called Adore You,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And so they like, yo, like, I don't think you should do an acoustic. Like, you should do a track because that's what people are going to hear on MySpace, right?
Oh, it's
So,
MySpace.
so I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and stick to my guns and do the acoustic. So I
Mhm.
get up there, it's me, and my guy that plays guitar, his name is Josh Connolly. So we go to New York and I meet the two other contestants with their background dancers, and we got the whole entourage. And so when I
Mhm.
get to the door, they immediately start laughing. Like immediately, like,
Laughing.
yeah, they laugh. Like they literally laugh
That's
at me.
unprofessional. Okay.
but I remember it was like, yo, when I was
That
in
might
high
have been an intimidation tactic, though. Maybe they're trying to intimidate you, make you feel
because of
insecure.
the fact that I just didn't fit in, right? Like they like
Oh, okay.
dancers, like you don't even look the part. Like you ain't got the S curl
Oh,
going.
yeah, because that was an era of the Chris Brown and the
Yeah,
B2K kind
like
of dance and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So, whether it was like them laughing out loud at me or whether it was like you could feel when someone is like when like a group of people are looking at you and just kind of snickering and just saying
Like, yeah,
wild,
yeah.
slick stuff, right? So
Right,
I
right.
knew that I was like, I'm not a favorite amongst my peers right here. But
Mm,
I'm here, you know what I mean? And I knew like God had told me, like, yo, your life after this moment, your life changes, right? So I'm like, I don't know
mhm.
what that means, but I'm here for it, and I'm here. So I'm automatically thinking, all right, Kev, listen, we're gonna give it a valiant effort. Hey, I made it on television, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna
Oh,
lose because
yeah.
because of what the peers did to me. So I'm like, if my peers are feeling that way, then I can only imagine the crowd. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just go and do it, right? Like, let's, so I sing, do that whole thing, and the results are coming in as far as the numbers and the percentages, and so they like, and Kevin Ross wins, and I'm like, what? This is crazy.
You downplaying it because it was actually instant. It was instant. Like people, I remember the audience screaming, the girls like, ah! It was instant. You knew. But that's I love that story. That's so dope. Yeah. Yeah. So another question I wanted to ask is, can you tell us about your first single? What was that like? Like when you had your first single released, how was that? What was that experience? Were you excited? Were you nervous?
I mean, it depends on what people think my first single is, right?
Yeah, because was Withdrawals released as a single?
None of them because remember, that's MySpace days, so that's like, I didn't even have
that don't count.
I didn't have a deal until years later. So technically,
right.
You want to be technical. My first single was Long Song Away. And that was
right. I do remember that.
A long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, and it's, it took a long time from, the story that we just talked about to there, because here's what happened. What God was trying to show me with 106 and Park is that there's power in your truth, right? And truth doesn't change with trend. So no matter if it's dancing, no matter whatever people are doing, you stay true to what was put inside of you. And that different or that uniqueness can very well be the thing that shifts things for other people, or give people give people hope, or spawn off a whole bunch of creative stuff. So I lost that between the years of 2012 to 2016. Now, let's be very clear about this. Was making money. Was landing placements. You know what I mean?
Yes. But I didn't mean to skip over your songwriter journey. I just thought that the Withdrawals was actually a single. That's why I thought that was like around the time you were trying to actually be an artist. So my bad.
It was all that was for play. It was all
okay.
Until later on. But honestly, I lost sight of that. You know what I mean? Like, in a sense, just like my truth, my uniqueness, really sticking to my musicianship. And because it wasn't cool. I remember getting signed and they were like, hey, so can we not talk about you going to college? Because that may not be something that people can relate to.
Yeah.
It happened to me. So I mean, it's a part of my life, but we can keep it out, whatever. You know what I mean? So it was certain things that they were slowly trying to strip away from me to try to make me as relatable as possible, when my story and who I am and the music that I like made me unique. So, when you're fighting with the powers that be that signed you, and you've cultivated a sound, and then they're like, that sounds cool, but we're gonna put you on to some new stuff. And what ended up happening was, God made that time period in a sense to say, Kevin, they don't know what they're talking about, and you aren't confident in you yet. You don't know who you are yet. So this is gonna take a while, because I have to now do divine intervention, right? Divine intervention is something where, like, God has a blessing for me, but he has to move through 10 other people, right? It's 10 other lives that he has to work through and move through in order for divine intervention to happen. And so it took 4 years for that to happen, to say, Long Song Away was written and produced by me. So God kind of kept that to say, don't let them do nothing with this. And even though they're going to make you do all these songs and work with all these people, and it's all great and it's all good, but this is what I have. This is my
that's set aside for you.
Yeah, this is my promise. And even though the people around you don't understand that promise yet, we're gonna hold on to it because it can't be thrown away or discarded. Not this, right? So he put it on to the side. I forgot about it. You know what I mean? And I just kept working. And then eventually I get a call and they're like, yo, like, you know, either we're going to keep working on music to get you this popular, cool song, or Long Song Away. And I was like, Long Song Away? I was like, who the hell likes Long Song Away? And it was so far removed from me that I didn't know what God was doing. I was just like, at that point, all my mind was thinking about is I just need to be released. I need to put out something because this is driving me crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was too much stop and go. The Glade commercial thing and all this stuff, and touring with Max and Neo. And I'm like, yo, when am I coming out? If Long Song Away is my ticket, I'll work my way out. Whatever. Like, let's go. So put out Long Song Away. It goes #1. And then that's when God is like, he taps me again. He's like, remember what I told you as far as like truth don't change with trend and be you. He's like, you know, you wrote and produced that, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I went through a whole radio run of weeks and months, and I had not opened up my mouth to be like, I wrote and produced it, because literally it didn't hit me until God was like, yo, like this is your path. And he made it so like every trend that happened, in the sense that it was like all of the songs that really resonated with people were except for I think maybe like Don't Go, right? Outside of that, a lot of those songs were written and produced or, you know, by me. And so I was like, what are you trying to tell me? It's like, you're more valuable than what you give yourself. And the work that I put in you is a lot more profound. But he's like, do me a favor. He's like, I need for you to tell everybody else that too. It's not just a you thing. It's a thing to say that each and every person that you encounter is just as important, because I took the time to make them as well. So if you've battled with that, then maybe you can help somebody else by spreading that, by saying you're necessary, you're valuable, be great, whatever that is. So going back to your question.
No, I love it. Keep going. This is inspirational. We need to hear this.
Long Song Away was my first single, and it was nothing but God that made that happen. I can't say the label. I can't even say myself. It was something that was really designed, you know, divine.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and turn on your notification. But better still, check out our membership where you can get to watch these videos from day one, as well as our monthly meetings when we get to meet up and talk with myself and the rest of the people who are members, but also some exclusive interviews, which I don't get to broadcast. But thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.